Good morning, everybody. Joe Ciaccio here. Today I want to ask you to do some soul searching and ask yourself, are you really, really working hard enough? Are you really doing what you have to do to put your feet in the concrete? Because what I've seen over the years, the many, many years that what I've been doing, agents will do toe dipping and they'll get in and they're not sure exactly what they want to do. And everybody's always looking for a better opportunity because they think that that better opportunity is going to reward them with more money. Yet they don't want to learn the basics on what you need to do to make the more money. So let's ask yourself this question here. Are you getting up early? Or are you going to bed late? The earlier you get up, the old saying is the early bird gets the worm. Are you getting up at 8 o'clock, being on the phone if you work at home by 9 o'clock? Or if you're knocking on doors, doing the belly to belly, the face to face, are you making your first appointment at 9 o'clock in the morning? Throughout the day, are you stopping for a 2-hour lunch, an hour lunch, a half-hour lunch? Or are you being more aggressive, bringing yourself like a can of nuts, a banana, an apple, an orange, protein drink, protein bar, to where you can just be snacking throughout the day to where you can work. Those are the things that I think about on what can I do to become a more productive agent to where I can make more money. We have to understand that just because you work, let's say you work 15 hours a day, does not mean you're going to make all this big money. You have to understand that when you work a lot of hours, you have to work smart. You have to learn your products. You have to know your products. How many of you have still not gotten Medicare? Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage. Why have you not done that? I spoke to an agent last week. Joe, I'm still thinking about it. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do the certifications. And I say, okay, I can only recommend you to do things and tell you the benefits of them. The amount of money that you can make because you're in final expense. Final expense and Medicare Advantage go hand in hand. It is what it is. You're dealing with people who need final expense that are usually over the age of 65, yet we've got some people that are a lot younger. Those people need a Medicare plan. You heard the old saying, you're leaving money on the table. How many of you have not thought about, well, I'm going to wait till next season. I'm going to wait. You are called a procrastinator because you do not want to increase your business. You say you do. You're wanting to, yet you're not making that first step forward to do what you got to do. What about under 65 market? I've got an under 65 market that pays level commissions no matter what your age is, all the way from age 18 to 64, level commission no matter what month. Month 1, 27, 42, 62, the commission stays level. How many of you said, let me add this to my portfolio? Because the most important thing is that when you go to somebody's house, let's say you already have final expense, you already have a term product. What if you were to go to the house and you knock on the door and you tell the person on the door or the person on the phone when they send in a card or you get something digitally, I'm responding to your request on wanting some information either on a Medicare plan, expense plan, something for your children, underage health insurance, or life insurance. Now you've got more than one thing to discuss to break the ice. Years ago when I got into business, the only thing I had to go to the door was I was like this here. Hello, I'm here for some final expense. They say, well, I got it already, or I changed my mind. I don't need it. I bought it yesterday. What do? I walk away, wipe the tears off my eyes and say, damn, this lead is terrible. Yet, if I would have had more products at the door, I said, no problem, I totally understand. You probably sent the card in for maybe something else. And I could have rattled off Medicare, Medicare Advantage, whatever. You're paying for a lead. You have an opportunity to visit with somebody either on the phone or face-to-face, think about if you have more stuff to offer them. Everything involves studying. Graduated high school, you had to study. A lot of you guys went to college, you had to study to graduate. Get your insurance test. You had to pass a life test, you had to pass a health test. When you pass those tests there, those are the keys that are going to allow you to make unlimited money. Sales is unlimited income. The smarter you are, the more practice you do, the more you stay on top of the game, the better you're going to get at what you do. Now, are you calling your old clients? They're yours. You wrote them up. They've given you all their information. Have you called them to ask them if they need any more life insurance? Has anybody moved into their house? Do they have any friends or neighbors that they can introduce you to that you can help out? Hello, how you doing? It's been a long time. I haven't talked to you in a while. I want to let you know I'm still in the business. You have any changes or anything? By staying in front of your client, just that little itty bitty phone call, okay, could save you money by them not canceling, or it could make you money by them saying, oh, I've been meaning to call you. Think about it. Let's say you're working zip code 123 today, and you have a CRM, okay, which I recommend you all to get. Go to your CRM and say, okay, who's in my 123 zip code? You probably be working there for at least a week. Write them all down, print them out, Frankie Jones, 1414 Mockingbird Lane, phone number this here. And then while you're doing the daytime, in between, hello, Mr. Jones, this is Joe, your insurance man. It's been a while. I just want to call and let you know that everything's about the same. We've got some new programs that have come out. We're now at the end of OEP, if it's Medicare, you can change. All these different things here you can talk about. They're hearing your voice. Let's say you call 10 people. You get 3 people to say, oh yeah, Joe, how you doing? One person says, come by. You found money. Think about it. If you go to that one house and you make $500, so you see they're going to pay for all of your leads or most of your lead costs. Think about ways to be more active, more action, to do things to make more money. Okay? When you're in a home, are you cross-selling? Are you talking about final expense? Are you also saying, oh, by the way, I also do Medicare. There's rules where you have to go back and see them. You can't do everything at the same time. But yet you got to start planting seeds when you're in the house. When you're doing the warm-up with people, say, yeah, I've been in the insurance business for a while. I've been doing final expense for 28 years. Been doing term insurance for like 27 years. Been doing Medicare for about 15 years now, and I just love doing this here. I'd also do under age 65 health insurance for the younger folks who may need something. You're just speaking with them. You're not trying to sell them nothing. You're planting a seed. And then by discussing it with them lightly, you're putting a little bit of fertilizer on it to where hopefully they remember if they don't need it today and you do call back later, which you should, you may make a sale on a callback. Are you working your older leads? Are you really working that hard? Well, Joe, I went to that house and they didn't want it. The guy said he don't believe in life insurance and all that stuff there. Been down that road before. People are going to tell you something to get you out of the house. Okay? They may not mean what they're saying. They could have had a bad day. They could have loaned their money to their child. The child said, Dad, I'm not going to pay you back. They could be in a bad mood. Call them back. The worst they can do is tell you no. They can't punch you on the phone. All they can do is say no, or they can hang up on you. At least you know you're doing your job. At least you know you're pushing yourself to get through that uncomfortable situation to hopefully that person say, you know something, matter of fact, can you come by and give me some information? Or can you answer some questions for me on the phone? Like answer on the phone, tread lightly. Say it's best if I come by and visit with you. There's a lot of information I'm going to need. It won't take that long. I can be there in 20 minutes or I can be there today at 4:30. Okay, give them a couple options. Okay, well, I can't do it today. Fine, let me check my schedule. Go through some papers, make like you're fishing through some papers, make some rattling noise. Say, I can see you tomorrow at 9:30. I can move this guy from 4 to 3. I can probably see you tomorrow around 4. Which one works best for you? Be aggressive. This is going to make you more money. When you're driving around, working, when you're in that car or you're at home in your office, you're always working. That doesn't mean pick up the phone, call, hang up, sit around, put a load of clothes on, let me go outside and look at the weather outside. Every now and then you need a break. I'll tell you that there. But when you're working, you should be practicing your rebuttals. You should be practicing objectives. Things that you can learn how to have people have objections, what you can do to do the right thing. You have to understand in our business, no has got to be your favorite word. N-O has got to be your favorite word. Everybody says with all the no's you hear, then you're going to hear yeses and all that stuff there, which is true. Yet a lot of times I feel when people tell you no, a lot of times it's an N-O, but a lot of times it's a K-N-O-W. You have not given them enough information to where they know to say, give me more information, or yes, I want to move forward. Okay? Are you working 5 days a week? Or are you an executive working 2 days a week and complaining you're not making no money? Are you working on Saturdays? Joe, I don't work on Saturdays because whatever. You got a family, you got functions, totally understand, okay? But if you got a Saturday off, I recommend you to go knock on a door. I recommend you to get on the phone. Especially if you call the people Monday through Friday, they don't answer. You call them morning, afternoon, night, they don't answer. Call them on a Saturday. What's the worst that's going to happen? You put 3 or 4 hours in on the phone, hopefully you make one sale. Could be from a sale that you're unable to get a hold of people during the week. And if you can't talk to somebody and they do answer and they can't talk, let me make an appointment. When can I come by? Oh, you live in a gray house? Okay, what kind of car do you have parked up front so I can make sure I find your house correctly and I can be on time and make sure I find exactly where you live. Okay? New products. You must always try to learn your existing products to perfect them. You must always try to bring on new products to have different things to speak about. If you're not doing Medicare, I'm going to tell you, you have to get into it, because if you don't, another life agent is going to come in, write them a Medicare Advantage or a Medicare supplement, and tell them, what about if you just have one agent, let me review that final expense policy you bought from that guy 2-3 months ago or a year ago. I guarantee you I've got something less expensive. The same thing you can say. Same thing you can say. I guarantee you have something less expensive. Get that policy. If it is less expensive, you hit a home run. If it's not, some people will change to go to you for $1 more. I don't know if I would do that. Okay? People want to save money. And when you tell them, I guarantee you I can save you money, you stretch it a little bit. Yet your job is to get that policy, because what happens a lot of times, and I've seen this, I'm not going to say hundreds of times, I've seen it dozens of times, people think they have immediate benefits, they got a 2-year wait period. People think they've got an $8,000 policy, they've got one for $5,000. Okay? People think that their son is a beneficiary, the guy wrote down the wrong beneficiary. These are the little itty bitty things by reviewing their policy that you can bring to their attention. Went to a house, golly, years and years ago. The guy had the policy, I'm going to say, maybe 3 months, 4 months. They answered no to all the questions. No all the way down. And the guy had COPD. I told the guy, I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm looking at the application. You and I have already gone over your health. You said you have COPD. You said you got it years and years ago. This agent wrote down no. What's going to happen is that, God forbid something happens to you in the first 2 years you have this policy, your wife, Joanne, that you look on the policy, is not going to get anything because the agent wrote down that you were perfect health, ignored you had COPD, and that's called fraud. You pass in 2 years, your wife gets back all your premiums. What do you think about that? I don't say, do you want to change? You want to go with me? I said, what do you think about that? He goes, that's not good. I said, no, it's not good. I said, I don't know if I want to do business with an agent who writes down no when it should be a yes, because he's messing with your wife, Joanne. He asked me, what should I do? I said, well, if you were my older brother, I would tell you, let's see what I have to offer you with the COPD rates to see what the cost is, and I'd highly recommend you to pay a couple dollars more to have peace of mind that when you pass away, no matter when, your wife Joanne's gonna get that full amount. Let's talk about it. He ended up buying something from me. Okay? There's all kind of agents out there. You have no idea. There's a lot of great agents. Yet, ask for the policy, look at it. Work harder, work smarter. My recommendation when you're out on the road knocking on doors, take a half-hour lunch, if that long. Maybe take some snacks with you and just keep on trucking. If you want Medicare, give Jay a call. You want under 65, give Jay a call. If you need to add another final expense carrier to your portfolio, give us a call. We love you guys. Make it a great day. Hit them hard. Call us anytime. Bye-bye.